Okay, putting together a decent grow setup can kind of be a time-consuming thing, especially if you're someone who's new to growing or just someone who might not know about what light goes with what size tent and stuff like that. So today, I just really wanted to take a look at this cool new product by VIVOSUN that's actually only now just become here available in Canada. Which is of course the VGrow Smart Grow Box. And I guess just to keep it simple, this is basically just an all-in-one grow system. Everything's built right into one place. The light, the ventilation intake, the smart controller, the irrigation system, meaning yes, this setup has the whole self-watering pot thing, which we're gonna be going over here soon. But yeah, let's just get right into it, I guess. But yeah, right out of the gate, I just wanted to give my first impressions on the product as well as get into some pros and cons. Also, real quick, for anyone who's interested, you can get 15% off all VIVOSUN products site-wide with discount code CanadianGrower. And if there's any of you out there who have experience using the VGrow Smart Box, make sure to let me know down below what you think about it in the comments. And also, for those who don't, if you would be interested, we might be doing a giveaway with one soon, so let me know if that's something you would also be interested in participating in. So I guess first things first was unboxing and setting this thing up. So this definitely is a beginner-friendly product, and to be honest, it's just kind of a very convenient product for anyone who just doesn't have the time to source all of their grow equipment separately. Now, VIVOSUN did also include a lot of cool add-ins with the kit, like scissors to trim, humidity domes, cocoa coir, liquid nutrients, there's planting tools. Pretty much everything you need to get started, it's really all just here in one kit, so this is definitely the all-in-one package. Right away, something that I found interesting is the choice of material that VIVOSUN went with for the tent exterior, which is a double-sided synthetic leather. I was curious how hot this thing might get, but to be fair, it can run a little warm on the top, so I wouldn't recommend keeping things on top of it, but the internal temperature has been maintaining relatively well so far, and the air circulation is definitely effective in this little thing, so yeah. It's kind of random, but I also do like the use of magnets for the viewing window as opposed to Velcro, which can accumulate dust over time, and eventually the wear and tear really does start setting in also. Not to mention, the tent does have a very nice aesthetic in my opinion. It blends into the modern home really nice. It's not an eyesore, and it's just kind of super discreet in terms of sound. So overall, this tent is really small, standing at only 4 feet and weighing 26 pounds, so it's super compact and relatively quiet. It still makes a noticeable sound when turned on high enough though, but I will say I am still really early in plant life, so I can't comment on how effective it is at containing the odor, but I will keep you guys posted. I'll let you know if my landlords complain. You'll be the first to know, so. Okay, so let's get to the most important feature of this setup, and that is, of course, the built-in light, and honestly, it just is what it is. This thing is equipped with a 100-watt full-spectrum LED. They did go with Samsung Evo diodes for the grow box, but what I like the most about this light is that it's on an adjustable spectrum, which is controlled by the smart panel or the app, which we're going to talk about more soon. But essentially, the light spectrum will adjust depending on what stage of plant life you're in. So, for example, when you're in the seedling stage, you're going to be getting a lot more blues, as opposed to when you're flowering. The LEDs are going to be emitting more of a red light. So it's just pretty interesting tech in my opinion, and I'm excited to grow on the spectrum, you know? Now, you're not really gonna be pushing the limits of your plant in this thing, but again, it's just certainly a safe bet if you're looking for something for an easy grow. I mean, the tent even has this cool little measuring tape up the wall of the interior that will help like new growers decide what the ideal time to begin training the plants would be. And it even kind of tells you when you can switch them over to flower. And since the light is built in right into the ceiling, the measuring tape should help new growers from accidentally having their plants getting too big and stretching into the light, which admittedly kind of has become a problem on this channel. So maybe this is the solution, you know? But yeah, a lot of this, though tailored toward beginner growers, there is a bunch of super useful features. One example being the built-in smart controller, which has presets for the plant that adjusts the tent's temperature and humidity levels and lighting depending on what stage of plant life you're in. It even has a drying stage for when you're finished, so again, this really just is the all-in-one stop shop. Okay, now moving on to the irrigation system, which is arguably the more gimmicky part of this whole setup with their self-watering pot thing, and I'll explain. So essentially, the bottom of the tent's irrigation system is a small tank with a capacity of 1.6 gallons, and basically the idea is you would place your fabric pot on the base, and then these these like shoelace looking wicking system things would absorb the water and the plants would, I guess, be fed through the bottom of the pot. And right away, the both of us here really just weren't sure how practical something like this would be. Maybe if we were using plain water, but considering we're gonna be feeding the plants synthetic salt-based nutrients, I don't think they're gonna be able to travel adequately just through absorption. Also, I should say, we do tend to find that when water is absorbed through the base as opposed to the topsoil, the roots end up stretching towards the base in search of water. And we want to make sure that the nutrients have the chance to flow evenly through the entirety of the medium. So both of us, again here, we just prefer watering from the top. So not going to be using the wicking system. Of course, VIVOSUN, I'm sure, thought about all this already, and they do offer a drip feed kit to kind of circumvent all this stuff I just mentioned, so we did go ahead and grab one of those. Now this drip irrigation system has a small pump that fits right inside the bottom of the self-watering base, so there is no need for an additional reservoir. To use it, you simply just fill the self-watering base, you plug the pump into the tent, and then you set the timer using the app. Again, depending on what stage of plant life you're in, the drip irrigation pump will also change its on and off cycle to different increments of time and flow rates, so it is really cool. I've been enjoying the app so far. Of course, we're gonna go all over that more in our upcoming Smartbox Seed to Harvest video series, so look out for that. If you wanna see how much cannabis we yielded in this small Smartbox tent, make sure, subscribe to the channel. We got more content coming. Yeah. Okay, so now finally, as I've been mentioning, this VGrow Smartbox does have an app to download if you would like, and basically it just keeps all of your data in one place so you can monitor and control the tent's temperature and humidity levels no matter where you are. You'll be able to control a lot of other stuff too, like the light intensity, fan strength. It notifies you different things like when the temperature's too high, too low, if the water's too low and needs to be refilled. It pretty much does everything. And I think VIVOSUN is getting ready to actually even release a compatible plug-in camera so you can just kind of visually watch your plants if that's your thing, I guess. But yeah, anyway, in closing, my final thoughts on the product I would say are overall positive. I like the convenience, the ease of access. I like how sleek and modern the design is. It's not this big ugly eyesore in your place, and even if so, you don't like the way it looks, it's really small. You kind of just tuck it off to the side and no one will see it, so. Okay, now while on the pricey side, I do definitely think you're getting your money's worth of this product. If you're someone who doesn't have the time or interest to go and source everything separately, or you're just looking for something discreet and easy to manage, this is definitely a product I would have to recommend. But yeah, anyway, that just about does it for this video. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching. Please make sure to subscribe if you want to stay updated on this cannabis grow and the VGrow Smartbox. And also, if you're interested in us doing a giveaway on the channel with one of these, comment down below. We just kind of taking the temperature and seeing if this is something people would be interested in. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Until the next video, peace.